Hey, how are ya? I'm Mike Tyson and I like to raise pigeons in my spare time. Celebrities are known for a lot of different things. Some are known for things that are better than others, but between the spectrum of good and bad, there's a strange gray area that some celebrities like to indulge in. Let's call it the area of the weird. You'll see what I mean in a minute. Here are the 10 strangest hobbies of famous celebrities. Number 10 is Mike Tyson raises pigeons. Former heavyweight boxing champion of the world, Mike Tyson is famous for his lisp, face tattoo, and biting people's ears off. But did you also know that he raises show pigeons? Yeah, it's a passion. Iron Mike attends the National Pigeon Association's annual Grand National Pigeon Show every single year, and even gave the opening address at the convention encouraging a new generation of pigeon enthusiasts back in 2015. Seriously, people, you can't make this stuff up. Apparently, he's been raising pigeons since he was a kid in the slums of Brooklyn, New York, and even won his first fight at the age of 10 after a neighborhood bully killed one of his beloved pets in front of him. Tom, you shouldn't have done that. Number 9 is Paris Hilton hunts frogs. Ho, the idle rich have always had strange hobbies, whether it's fox hunting, butler racing, or whatever else. But heiress and supposed DJ Paris Hilton is an avid frog hunter. Yeah, you heard that right. The chick that says that's hot also goes, die froggies! I guess the simple life of being cruel to service staff isn't enough because Paris and her sister Nikki also hunt frogs with methods she claims are humane. The self-proclaimed animal rights activist owns a number of ranches and her own island populated with frogs that she stalks like a lion, catches in a bucket, and then releases them back into the wild so she can hunt them again. Oh, my bad. So she doesn't kill them. She just traps them and then releases them, because that's totally normal behavior for a multimillionaire. Number 8 is Shailene Woodley makes toothpaste. Okay, I know it's like $2 at the store, but that's just still too much. Historically, growing up a child actor doesn't turn out well for you. But Descendants and Divergent star Shailene Woodley went a very different direction, making her own toothpaste. The actress believes in living her life with creativity, kindness, and gratitude. And her hippie 2.0 lifestyle translates into only wearing thrift store clothing, social activism, and apparently, like I said, manufacturing her own organic toothpaste from household products. What is that, Drano? Yeah, that should work. I'm not exactly sure the American Dental Association would approve, but Shailene shared with her fans her recipe using clay, bentonite, coconut water, and peppermint oil. What the hell is bentonite? She also makes her own lipstick from roasted beets, eyeshadow from spirulina, and deodorant with baking soda, which probably makes one of the ripest talents in Hollywood. Shailene, looking good. Vegetable face, you're weird. Number 7 is Steve Wozniak plays Segway polo. Steve Wozniak, aka The Woz, is known for co-founding Apple Computers with Steve Jobs in a small garage in Los Altos, California. But did you know that he's also an avid Segway polo player? Yes, you heard me right, Segway polo, where instead of horses, players ride around on Segways and whack balls into a net, is a thing. Wozniak was one of the evangelists for the Segway, among the greatest product flops in history, yet he remains a believer in the goofy powers of it. Polo remains a sport of the wealthy because of the cost of the horses, but at $6,000 a pop for each two-wheeled whip, Segway polo is a sport of tech billionaires and their entourages. Zuckerberg, Wozniak. Still, the Woz considers Segway polo his passion and plays every year in the Segway polo championships in Cologne, Germany, called the Woz Cup. The Woz Cup! Yep, okay, that's the thing. I don't even have a joke for that. That's a joke in and of itself. Okay, we'll just give it to him. Number 6 is Angelina Jolie collects daggers. Angelina Jolie has always had an edge to her with her striking beauty and sometimes unorthodox roles, but she's also a collector of knives and daggers. Seriously though, what's wrong with that? Her passion for knives began at Renaissance fairs as a child. Today, Angelina uses her vast fortune to collect knives from around the world and from various periods in history. Jolie demonstrated her knife skills on Conan O'Brien's show in 1998 by flipping a butterfly knife into stab mode and, well, it went alright. Later, she drew controversy in 2008 for giving her then 7-year-old son Maddox his first knife. Well, she justified it by saying that the knife was dull and it was meant to teach him about defending himself, and assured the public that her blade collection is locked away from her 100+ kids. Okay, that's not an exact estimate. I don't know how many kids she has, but it's a lot. Number 5 is Leonardo DiCaprio collects action figures. You'd probably figure that good old Leo would be way too busy starring in every single Martin Scorsese movie and dating the hottest models to play with toys. But believe it or not, Leo is an avid collector of action figures, particularly Star Wars and He-Man, and has a vast array of vintage toys. Much like a super nerd that you'd find at Comic-Con, Leo has enough discipline to keep his toys in their original packaging, so they maintain their value so that he can auction them off for profit. In 2009, he sold an original He-Man for $9,000 and a Jawa figure from Star Wars for $5,000. Well, that's a lot of money, except that doesn't he make millions off of movies? Man, times must be tough for Leo. Number 4 is Leslie Mann rides a unicycle. Leslie Mann has had us all laughing as the beautiful counterpart to lovable oafs like Seth Rogen, Jonah Hill, and Paul Rudd in all of her husband Judd Apatow's movies, but perhaps her greatest talent is on the unicycle. It all began when Leslie was just 10 when she got her first unicycle for Christmas, and after teaching herself how to ride, she eventually learned tricks like cycling backwards and jumping off curbs. She once told Ellen DeGeneres, "I'm really good at it," on her daytime talk show, before demonstrating her bona fide unicycling skills live on television and challenged Ellen to ride, but the host gave it a hard pass. Yeah, no kidding, why would you want to break your skull open? But she's not alone. Other celebrity unicyclists include Chris Martin from Coldplay and comedian Adam Carolla. Well, hey, it's weird, but it's a better trend in Hollywood than Scientology. Number 3 is Sergey Brin does high-flying trapeze. If you were to Google tech bajillionaires with strange hobbies, you will likely find Google founder Sergey Brin, who has a thing for high adrenaline sports, his favorite being high-flying trapeze. Since he didn't run away to join the circus and instead built one of the most powerful and richest companies in history, Brin spends his leisure time flying in the air. The Russian-born tech mogul attributes this passion to taking risks like they did during the garage days of Google, and since he pushes his mind to the limits, he does the same with his body. He even began his death-defying hobby way before Google was even a verb in a local San Francisco circus training class. Yeah, I just created a product that's gonna change the world, but also... Number 2 is Azealia Banks practices witchcraft. The 212 rapper is more famous for her controversial behavior, like her Twitter feuds with Sarah Palin, brawling on airplanes, and calling out the descendants of slave owners for reparations, but she's also a bona fide witch. In 2016, Banks admitted that she'd been practicing witchcraft for 3 years, and even shared a video on Twitter of her apartment closet where she sacrifices animals. The video, that I definitely can't show you in full, contains blood-stained walls, feathers, and dead chickens on the floor that horrified much of her fan base and elicited a strong condemnation from, you guessed it, PETA. But Banks claims she learned the practice from her mother, who practices white table magic, and credits her success in music and life to the practice. Oh, and she's also confessed that she handles her offline beefs with people by cracking eggs with a spell in their path to curse them. Hey, can I make you breakfast? Crack your curse! And number 1 is Johnny Depp collects Barbie dolls. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. If you thought Johnny Depp couldn't get any stranger, oh boy, did you know that he also collects Barbie dolls? Seriously, one of the highest paid actors in the world, a grown man in his 50s, has an enormous and eclectic collection of Barbies from vintage to custom made. Depp confessed on Jimmy Kimmel Live in 2015 about his Barbie collection that includes Barbie versions of Marilyn Monroe, Beyonce, Paris Hilton, and himself. He said, and I quote, "It's one of the things I'm good at." He claims that his addiction began as a way to bond with his daughter Lily Rose. He's even said that he uses Barbies to develop his iconic characters like Jack Sparrow in Willy Wonka. Ah yes, the rum, but the Barbies first. So, those were the 10 strangest hobbies of famous celebrities. And if you guys enjoyed this, remember to give it a big thumbs up. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell beside the subscribe button so that you can enable notifications so that you never miss a thing. Because I release new videos all the time. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! I'm gonna go raise some pigeons.